Next up, we're going to hear someone from Milligan University. Milligan is one of our associate members, so if Tori would come up along with Ramsey. Next up is Milligan University.
My name is Tori Mingo, and I'm the Spirit Coordinator at Milligan University. Thank you for having us tonight. So it's my pleasure to introduce one of our athletes, Ramsey Greenwell. This is Ramsey's second year on our team, and wow, I have a lot of stories about Ramsey. But let me start with how we first met Ramsey. I actually saw Ramsey at a completely different tryout, and if I remember correctly, it was the first time he'd ever thrown his back handspring, and it's a little rough. Even then, you could still see something special. His determination, his willingness to try, and the heart that he brings to everything that he does. As you'll hear in his story, he thought his dream of becoming a cheerleader wouldn't come true, let alone a college cheerleader. We invited him to a tryout and could quickly see his potential and grit. In 3 months, he went from barely landing a back handspring to a solid standing tug. Being the only male cheerleader comes with a lot of pressure and responsibility, and Ramsey carries it well. The work that he puts in on and off the court daily to not only better himself, but to be a better member of this team shows through his growth and leadership. He's worked really hard and has earned his way to being captain this year, and Summer and I couldn't be more proud. Not only does he provide leadership, he also brings positivity, humor, and is also able to ground our team while keeping Christ at the center of it all. As a student athlete, Ramsey is majoring in computer science with goals of a career in electronic forensics, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for him. Ramsey, your team, your coaches, Summer and I, Milligan University, and God are so very proud of you. We love you. And now, here's Ramsey.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to say I am definitely no public speaker, so please all bear with me. My name is Ramsey Greenwell, as you know. I am a second-year cheerleader for the Milligan University Buffaloes. It's kind of honestly surreal standing here today. If you'd have told me a few years ago that I would be speaking at a cheer banquet, I probably would have smiled politely and thought you definitely have the wrong guy for sure. I grew up in a small town in East Tennessee where everyone had clear ideas about what you were supposed to do and what you were not. I loved sports growing up. I stayed active, playing 11 years of football and 7 years of basketball. The funny thing is that entire time, my interest was cheerleading. Even as a kid, something about the energy, the teamwork, the trust, all of it really stuck with me. But where I grew up in my small East Tennessee town, there were stereotypes. And sometimes stereotypes are loud enough just to drown out your curiosity. So even though the interest was there, I never tried it. I truly never gave myself permission to. After high school, my life didn't follow a straight line and really not a good path at all. I took a few years before deciding to go back to school. And at 20 years old, as you've heard from Tori, something unexpected happened. My soon-to-be coaches reached out to me and offered me a private tryout at Milligan University. And I want to be honest, I walked into that tryout with my heart, determination, and absolutely no idea what I was doing. I didn't know the technical language, I didn't understand the details of stunting, and my tumbling, as you heard, had a lot of personality. But I showed up. And sometimes showing up is one of the bravest things that you can do. When I made the team, I thought that was the big moment. But looking back now, that was really just the beginning. Because cheerleading hasn't taught me skills, it has completely changed me as a person. Over the last 2 years, I've learned that cheer is built on trust, real trust, the kind where you literally put your safety in someone else's hands. It's built on resilience, falling, getting back up, and trying again even when you're tired and your confidence is shaky. And it's built on growth that you can't always see day to day. But one day, you look back and realize you're doing the things that you once thought were impossible. There has been moments when I've struggled, moments when my progress felt slow, moments when my fear showed up loud and my confidence showed up quiet. But every single time, the people around me refused to let me quit. My coaches pushed me with patience and belief. My teammates encouraged me, corrected me, laughed with me, and lifted me in every sense of the word. And because of that support, what once felt unfamiliar to me has now become second nature. My tumbling has grown more than I ever could have imagined. My understanding of the sport has completely transformed. But more importantly, my belief in myself has grown. I also want to share something more personal. My faith in God has grown stronger than I have ever expected during my time here. Coming to Milligan and being part of a team surrounded me with a community that lives out faith in real, everyday ways, not just at chapel or in our classrooms, but it's in our practices, our conversations, our encouragement, and how we show up for each other. There was moments where I doubted myself or felt overwhelmed, and I learned to lean on prayer instead of pressure. I've had teammates pray with me, encourage me when I didn't feel confident, and remind me that my worth isn't based on performance, but solely on who God says I am. Through cheer and through this community, my faith stopped being something abstract and became something active, something that carries me, steadies me, and gives meaning to every step of this journey. Today, I am 22 years old. I am a sophomore at Milligan, and I'm doing something that I once thought was not for me. Not because I changed who I am, but because I stopped letting fear decide what I was allowed to try. Cheerleading has taught me that it's never too late to start something new, and it's never too late to grow, and it's never too late to become someone you didn't know that you could be. To all my teammates that are here tonight, thank you for being my family. Thank you for creating an environment where effort is respected, progress is celebrated, and nobody grows alone. You've shown me what real teamwork looks like. I would like to thank both of my coaches, Coach Tori and Coach Summer, for seeing my potential before I could see it clearly myself. Thank you both for your patience, your guidance, and for pushing me beyond what I thought were my limits. The confidence I carry today exists solely because you believe that I could earn it. And to anyone who might feel like they started late, or you don't have the background for cheer, or wonder if you even belong, I want you to hear what I say next clearly. You do not have to start early to start strong. You do not have to know everything to begin. You just have to be willing to try. Sometimes the path you didn't take at first becomes the one that changes you the most. Cheerleading is more than a sport. It's trust, discipline, resilience, and community. It's learning that growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone. And for me, it has been one of the most meaningful journeys of my life. I'm incredibly grateful to be part of this program, this team, this community. So if my journey proves anything tonight, it's that it's never too late to become who you were always meant to be. You just have to be brave enough to take the first step. Thank you, everyone, for believing in me. And thank you for letting me be part of something so special tonight and allowing me to share my story with you all. I would like to wish a good luck to all teams tomorrow, and go Buffs.